Hello everyone, welcome to IDGAF 1984. My name is Jeff Metric, for those of you who don't know who I am. Now, I did a short yesterday where I talked about a useless degree and how I'm going to get into more useless degrees today. The useless degree I talked about in my short, go back and watch it, but if you don't want to do that, then the degree was a PhD in online feminist activism. Useless. Now, here's some more useless degrees, and I actually have one of them, so you can't say I'm just picking on people. Let's start off with the first useless degree, anthropology and archaeology. Not a lot of money to be made, but you're going to invest a hell of a lot of money, and we can get into that, why schools cost so much and why college costs so much. Second one, political science. That's my main degree. And yes, you're not going to make a lot of money in political science unless you go into consulting or you go and continue on. And a lot of these degrees will have a common characteristic. Another worthless degree is English or literature or any of that other stuff. I'll throw history in there too to a certain extent. Another one, anything involving gender studies, anything involving feminism. Completely useless degrees. There's no money to be made in it because it's not a marketable skill. Advertising's another one that they talk about. What else? Queer theory, any of that other stuff, any of that new age modern bullshit. Those are all useless degrees, and you spend $100,000 to get them and you have nothing to show for it. But all these degrees have one thing in common. They're only useful if you want to continue on to get your master's, your doctorate, and you want to get into the world of academia and continue to spread a bunch of bullshit. That's the only way it works. And those are useless degrees for making money in the real world and getting a good ROI on your investment. Yes, the political science degree can help you with law school, but not really. You can be a lawyer and really have any undergrad degree. It really doesn't matter. It can also be said to a certain extent with pre-med. That's really sort of the same thing. You can take those classes without necessarily having to be in the pre-med program. But that's the thing. It's like, people need to understand college is not for everyone. Sometimes the military or trade is a lot better of an option than going to school and getting a degree in something that you cannot market. It's not marketable at all because there's no demand for it. Unless you stay in academia, which... well, then guess what? Congratulations, you got tenure and you're sucking at the taxpayer teeth. Good job. Way not to have any ambition for life. So, to wrap it all up, is get a degree if you want a degree, but just understand that you need a degree that is highly marketable in a highly competitive work environment. So that means if you want a degree in computer science, you better make sure you're the best of the best of the best, because you have people in other countries that are competing for your jobs. And they will take them because they have a drive that I'm seeing Americans not really have a drive for anymore. So that's a whole nother cultural issue that we can get into later. But just remember, get a degree if you really want and need a degree for your life. But don't buy into this BS they sell you that everyone needs to go to college. Because no, everyone doesn't need to go to college. College is a joke 99% of the time. It doesn't serve a purpose. Oh, I remember one more. Entrepreneurship is a bullshit degree. You need to trial and error that shit. Because entrepreneurship, honestly, for me, is something I believe you either innately have or you don't. It's like leadership. You either have the skills and you can refine them, or you have no leadership skills and you're just going to be a follower, which is just fine. No shade on you, but you can't teach leadership. You either have it or you don't. And that's the bottom line, point blank, period. So, till tomorrow, remember, I don't give a fuck. And neither should you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and have a great night.